Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about American Gods episode 2, which is called The Secret of Spoon, which I remember there being something significant about a spoon or spoons in the book. I just can't remember exactly what it was. So obviously spoilers because I am going to be talking about everything. And I was thinking about how I wanted to start this, where in the show I wanted to start. If I wanted to start like toward the middle and the end with all the Chernobog and Zarya stuff, which please don't ask me to pronounce their names properly because I will fail. I will fail miserably. So, but I do want to talk, and I think it's the most important part of the. I have the notes. The most important part of the show, which was introducing, or the episode, which was introducing Orlando Jones as Anansi. And oh my god, that was probably one of the best scenes in the entire show so far. In these two episodes, like, I thought I had favorite scenes in the first episode. This one blew it all out of the water because that was the way it was done. It was shot beautifully, first of all. Just the composition of the scene with light and color and shadows and just fantastic acting by Orlando Jones. And if you really, it's not subtle, but if you really watch his performance, he falls in and out of I think they were speaking the language they speak in Ghana. I should have looked that up before. I don't know what the name of the language is. But so he falls in and out of this accent as he's talking, which it shows how time works for gods, because if you watch Doctor Who, you know that time isn't a straight line, it's wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff. And to have him have an accent at points and just a few words here and there not be accented just shows how long he's been in America for him to lose his accent, and he's so fucking good. Like, I cannot. And when he said angry gets shit done, I'm like, this is why you tell people not to be angry about things, because anger gets shit done. And such a good scene. Like, if you watch nothing else, just search on YouTube that scene, and it's mind blowing. For how short the scene is in relation to the rest of the show, it's so impactful. One thing I wish American Gods did, which they don't do, I wish they did cold openings. A cold opening is like a scene before the theme song and like the main credits. Um, Walking Dead has done that to great effect. Um, and that's really the only one that I can think of that does it very, very well. Um, I think that scene as a cold open, and then the opening credits, and then moving on to the scene where Shadow, and this is where commercial breaks are good and bad for television shows. Like, obviously you want to get as much show in an hour as you can, but on, you know, normal TV you can't, because you have to put, so your hour long program is really only 40 to 45 minutes regularly. With like Stars and HBO, you can get a full hour. Um, but I think like editing for commercial breaks does add some interesting stopping points. But the next scene is Shadow after he goes, I think he just goes to a walk-in clinic to get taken care of. And I mean, obviously he's pissed off he got lynched. And Wednesday saying to him, just because I didn't lose my temper doesn't mean I'm not angry. And an assault on you is an insult to me. That was very, like, almost, I think it was, what's the name of it? Godfather? Was it Godfather? Or Goodfellas? They send one of ours to the hospital, we send one of theirs to the morgue. It's one of those um, old gangster movies. And it was very reminiscent of that. I don't watch a lot of them. I watched them when I was much, much younger. But that was probably the best response that Wednesday could have had. He was like, "No, don't even worry. Like, I'll take care of Technical Boy. Don't you fret." And speaking of new gods, Gillian Anderson as Media was phenomenal. She looks so much like Lucille Ball. Like, I watched it with my boyfriend, and he's never read the book. And I said, "Yeah, that's Gillian Anderson." He's like, "What? I didn't even know. I didn't even. She looks so amazing." And it's it's a great show. It's holding up to its first. Sometimes when you have a show that has a really, really strong first episode, the 2, 3, 4 episodes after tend to lack, but not with this one. I've noticed, like, 2 episodes in and I'm absolutely floored with it. Then we get into Wednesday and Shadow going up to Chicago to meet the old Russian, Slavic, bringing the vodka, bringing the cheese and the cigarettes. And my phone keeps going off. That's nice. Cloris Leachman is amazing. Like, as Zoriah V, she is so good. And Peter Stormare as Chernobog, oh my, that was good. And he has that feeling of an older man who was a hard laborer, who is still really strong, but he's losing it in his old age. And the chess game, or the checkers game, is straight out of the book. I think the dialogue is almost word for word as well. I haven't gotten to that. I've had kind of a busy week. I haven't really done a lot for reading, which is a shame. But one thing that is forever frustrating me about this show is where they decide to cut the episode to end the episode. It's just last episode, it was right after Shadow being cut down, and I think if they had cut it a little bit earlier than that, it would have made for a little bit better. Although I probably would have been angry about that too. And this is right after the checkers game. and uh, Chernobog goes, um, or he says, you know, I'll have, how did he say it? It was something about morning blood for my hammer. And because, again, he worked on the slaughterhouse, he still does. Um, but they used to use a big sledgehammer, and now they use a bolt gun. Um, I did like the actual dinner scene when Zariah V says, "No, no slaughterhouse talk at the table," and he's like, "How do you think meat gets here?" Um, which I think, and this is going to go on to a little bit of a rant. I think we do need to be a little bit more aware of the slaughtering practice, and a little bit more aware of animal cruelty in the meat business, because it does happen, but especially in the last 10-15 years, I would say, probably more than that, probably more like 15 to 20 years, animal cruelty in well-run slaughterhouses is is very low. And I'm going off on a tangent here, but he does make really good points about how you need to be a little bit respectful to the animal that you are going to eat. Just, they remind me of, it's weird because so many characters in American Gods remind me of family members, and there's something about the family that the Zariahs and Chernobog have made that remind me a lot of my Polish step grandmother, my stepmother's mother. She died quite a few years ago now, but she kind of had that mean but very caring attitude, like that Zariah V has. I'm trying to think. Other things. Other things. One thing I did really like what Zariah V said is family is who you survive with when you have to survive. And I think that's true for a lot of people, especially who are estranged from their biological family, who don't have good relationships with their parents, and their friends become their family. I think that's where their family comes from. It's the people that they survive with when they have to survive, and then obviously love and care and all that. And I really hope that after American Gods, we get Anansi's Boys as a TV show of its own, because I would watch 80 episodes of Orlando Jones as Anansi. I don't know if you could stretch that book into 80 episodes. I don't even know how many episodes they're gonna do of American Gods. I'm actually gonna take a look at something here. Nope, this is still recording. Yeah, it's still recording. My computer is not the greatest, and it will sometimes just randomly stop. So far, it looks like they have 8 episodes. So, hopefully, we got to see a little bit of Bilquis in this episode. It looks like she's at a museum looking at her, what I assume is her old jewelry from when she was a fully worshipped goddess. There are kids playing outside and being loud, so things are being loud. But yeah, it's keeping up exactly what I was hoping it would do. It's probably one of the best TV shows on right now. I can't think of a better show on right now. So I will see y'all later. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.